because I was tired.
Oh yeah, I got a little bit.
So
Look at him trying to mount it.
Just give him no context.
what's up, guys? Here's my recap of the Woodridge Farms Celtic Festival. It was absolutely everything it was stacked up to be. Jeremy and his team they're doing incredible things, and I can't say that enough. If you've been watching any of my short form content, whether it be shorts or Instagram reels, and you have that FOMO, that fear of missing out feeling, it's well placed. It is definitely something that if you missed it, you definitely missed out on something. So I know Jeremy's already hard at work at planning and organizing for next year. And that actually speaks to him as an athletic director, that he really does care about this. And he knows the work for next year starts the day after. He's already getting after it. He's already making plans. I know he was taking notes the whole week, the whole time, the whole day about what he could do to make it a little bit better for the next time. So like I said, him and his team are doing incredible things, and I really do believe in that games even more so now than I did before. And I think that everybody should do what they can to support games like these. If you're in the area and it's feasible for you to get to the games, sign up for it to compete. If you are in a position to support the sponsors who supported the games, do that. And then when you do that, reach out to the sponsors and let them know why that you are supporting them, so show them that there is the value in them supporting the things that we love to do. Support can look as simple as, when I'm putting out this content, you're looking at content that I'm putting out for Going Rogue, for the games, just commenting on that, sharing that, and liking that. Again, that's a good way to show the sponsors that, hey, we're looking at you. We're seeing the names of the businesses that are on the back of their shirts. We're seeing what y'all have put y'all's money into, and we support it. So just like, comment, and share on things like that is actually another way of supporting, if that's the only way that you can support. I'd love to see this games grow, and it has the potential. They have the room to grow. The field, that venue is fantastic. You'll see the venue shot in a couple of different videos, right? Not just the field is great, but being right next to the brewery, which has restaurants, and then the cabin down the hill next to the pond. And then, on property, there's a river that we all hiked to and jumped into at the after we were all done. So he attracted some great people there. He attracted some great talent and some excellent people to spend the day with. Again, a testament to the magnetism of his character, bringing people to him that are quality, worthwhile people to be around. And that's what this thing is all about. So like I said, I told you in my last video, I'll tell you if it wasn't worth it. And I can't say that. It was absolutely worth it. So as far as how I did at the games, I took second place overall. That young stud Graham Hawthorne beat us all. It wasn't even close, really. I mean, that guy was on it. I mean, he was, I don't know, first or second in almost every event. And yeah, he really put it to it. I had some decent numbers. I had like a high average day. Battled through the humidity and the heat, the hammers. That's the only negative thing I can really say about the whole games, the whole venue anyway, is the ground sucks, man. That red clay there is just tough to get any sort of traction in. And I don't know if there's anything that can be done about that, like working the ground in a couple of days before. I don't know. But yeah, the ground sucked. Really none of us could get our boots to stay in and buried so that we could, put on our best hammer performance. But ended up like going 98 in the heavy and 122 in the light. And again, really like to see those numbers that I've been chasing. I think that 110 and that 130 could have been there this season, but alas, it'll have to wait until next year. Stones kind of came out of my slump a little bit with the open stone and threw a good number, 44. Braemar stone was about 38, I think, which is a good solid number. Well, with that stone they had, weights went 38 and 72, 73. Nothing to write home about really on either one of those, but they felt good. And Wob got 15, came clutch. It took me 3 throws to get 15, but then I came back and I threw really good at 16 on a couple of throws, but just, man, couldn't get it to roll over the bar. So that was our last event of the day as well, and it was just hot. We had a beast of a caber. Wes Kaiser was close, and Wes is really freaking good with cabers, so him not getting it over it shows you that caber was a monster. I think it was 19 or 20 feet long and about 150 pounds. It was big. It's I think cut down recently, so it was still green, still has some drying out to do. but man, I wasn't able to get it over. I took one good valiant effort at it, hand slipped a little bit, took off, I think what, if it was going to even be close, then my hand slipping right there as I started the pool wasn't helping things. Hit 27 feet on the sheaf. You'll see in the video, it sailed over 27. So I think I felt like I was gonna be good for 30 on the day, but just when it came time to throw at 30, I threw it all over the place. I don't have any video of my 30-foot misses, but they were there nonetheless. So overall, decent games for me. I won't say great games top to bottom, but it was a decent games for me. It was hot. I was sweating a lot, but that's pretty normal for me. And it just the way it is, right? But yeah, great games. If you got to circle one for the calendar for you next year, circle that one. It's the information's already up. Going Rogue has already put it out. It'll be the same weekend at the same place. So get over there, look at it, and make time in your schedule to get to that games. You will not be disappointed. I can guarantee it. All right, that's it for me now. Check out the footage. Check out the games. If you got any questions, just shoot them. You know how to do it. Later. All right, we started out with the intention of doing traditional order. We were just going to combine the men's pros and the women's pros. There were 10 of us men, 4 women. After running stones, Jeremy decided to split us up, and we went off to hammers instead of weights, and they went to weights. So started off the day with Braemar, and pretty decent Braemar stone. I mean, the stone itself was pretty decent. And I didn't have too bad of a day with it. I mean, I can look at a few things, like not keeping my elbow up so I could get some more drive into the stone. You can see my elbow drop, which takes away from stacking up behind the stone and getting some good push. Basically, energy leaks out whenever you don't keep that elbow out. So I'm not mad at the 37, 38 feet that I threw. I could definitely do better, I think. But that was a solid mark on the board. I think it put me in 3rd place for stone, and then into the open stone. First throw, best throw, because that's how you're supposed to do it. 44 feet 4 inches. The stone itself pretty good, tucked pretty well. Didn't ever feel like it was slipping out of the neck or slipping out of the tuck at all. So that was good, and that definitely helps me. Once I feel a stone start to wiggle around, I just can't do it anymore. Definitely could have same thing, kept the elbow up higher, drove through the stone a little bit better, and even sunk and got my hips down a little bit to get more drive through the ground and into the stone as well. So, but overall, like I said, can't be mad at it. It was 44 feet, 4.5 inches, and I think the worst throw was like 43 feet. So pretty consistent like I usually am. You'll see me here talking to Nick. I definitely really dropped my elbow. Almost my elbow past my hand in the air somewhere. And then, like I said, we split up. We changed course. The women went to went to weights, and we went over to hammer. And you watch me fool around with this red clay, this awful red clay. Man, we just had a hell of a time really getting our feet into any sort of ground there. Like every time you'd get your feet, start getting under the ground a little bit, you'd put your heel down and pop, there goes the ground. I mean, it just I threw half of my throws with my blades popped out of the ground. Like I said, it just was not good. So ended the day with 98 feet on the heavy hammer and 121 on the light. I even got in there to give myself some more time to wiggle and push and wiggle and push and try to find a spot that just was halfway decent. And I mean, it was almost pointless. I feel like I could have took my hammer boots off and been really close to the same outcome, really. Actually, 121 would have been a pretty good bladeless light hammer throw. But yeah, it was tough circumstances. We all had the same tough circumstances, though. I think Graham was able to get a hold of one decent heavy hammer throw. He threw 109, and Jacob was able to get a hold of one decent light hammer throw at 129. But we were all, like I said, doing the same thing. and it was annoying. So, yeah, that's what it is. Can't always have the best conditions, right? Next up, after take a little lunch break, which was some delicious pulled pork, some smoked meats, and other barbecue type fares, we went into the heavyweight. And despite the fact that I had 2 really good warm-up throws, I was only able to manage a 38-foot toss with this bad boy. And I guess I can say I won the warm-ups for whatever that's worth, but I'll take it. I think I was either second or third in the heavyweight. Graham had a really good toss at 41.7. Like some stuff that I'm doing here. Very, very comfortable with the weight. I'm just not going fast enough, especially between 1 and 2. I've got a really good finish, which saves my ass, kind of in both the light and the heavy most of the time. Even though I can lose speed between first and second turn, I'm able to plant and really on the heavyweight really get some lift and just, give it the mustard. Lightweight, I can kind of do the same thing, but the lightweight, you really have to have speed for it to go far. And I just if you lose, you got to be fast. You got to be fast on a transition between the first and the second turn. The cast right here is setting the orbit, and then you're supposed to just really start to be able to rip it. And I got to find a way to time that better and really get some, like I said, put some mustard on the hot dog. Best throw of the day with the light was 73.2 for me. Another one that Graham won at 79. No major huge tosses out of anybody, but some decent ones out of Graham. And I think I was probably middle of the pack, 4th or 5th in this in the lightweight. On that throw, I thought I could have had it, but if you watch, I finished real soft on the left knee, so I wasn't able to really plant it down and get a lot of good lift at the end. I was a bit faster through the turns, but just kind of killed it at the front with a soft block leg. Then we went into caber, which I did not. No, wait, we went into sheaf. This is right after the weights, because we went sheaf, then caber, then weight over bar. This is my only throw I got on film. It's a 27-foot throw, and I threw it way over 27 feet. But then I was all over the place on 30 foot, just not dialed in at all. Felt good about that throw right there. But, hey, throwing it really high when the bar isn't really high doesn't help you a whole lot. And that's all the footage I got of the day. Didn't get anything at Wob, didn't get anything at a caber. Phone battery was going dead. And it didn't look that great anyway. Like I said, 15-foot Wob, nothing crazy to look at. And here we are, all headed down to the river after get a little cold dip in after a long day competing in the heat. Great group of people, like I said before. Great games. You need to find your way over there. All right, that's it.